gentlemen, I welcome all of you back to another episode of Baumi, not quite daily. Yes, I'm actually starting to do these again. It has been quite a while. But yeah, so let's get started right away. Today we're going to take a look at Fresh Pro playing Artesia. As many of you know, I have been a big fan of Artesia since the release of the hero, since the early access phase of the hero. I love the hero. I think he's very powerful, very fun to play. And I already mentioned during the very early, on the day it got released, I created a video, and in this video I told everyone Artesia is going to get picked up competitively. She will be a factor, and that's what we are gonna take a look at. So, oops, I accidentally left this open, but yeah, so we got Team It's Gosu, which is a Fresh Pro's team, obviously. Team It's Gosu playing against a bunch of random guys. This is a very short game to open up everything, to kind of show you what this is about. But let's quickly, just very quickly go over the team. So we got Dark Lady, Nymphora, Black Rider, Armadon, and Pharaoh. Yeah, whatever, who cares. Mage, Bane, Magnus, Electrician, Glacius, Artesia, go! No, Artesia is going to the bottom lane. Something I have to mention right from the start. I have watched some videos to prepare myself for this. And yeah, Fresh Pro starts with the same items every game, and it's always this item set. Sometimes he swaps out the mana potion for a minor totem. This is, yeah. But usually he has a mana totem instead of the mana potion, but that's his item set, that's what he goes for. So he has that health potion, the Runes of the Blight, Pretender's Crown, and Mark of the Novice. This of course leads into a very early Ring of Sorcery, or what's it called, Grave Locket. One of those two, both of which are very powerful items. And now the thing is, you don't have to feel bad because you're investing into a Pretender's Crown instead of a minor totem, instead of 3 minor totems, because you don't have the item space. So even if he wanted to, he could not actually get more stats if he invested into minor totems, which is why he got himself the Pretender's Crown and the Mark of the Novice. Now, in this game we're gonna see him teleport into the mid lane very early on, because they thought they were gonna go up against an Nymphora, Armadon in the bottom lane. Nope, not gonna happen. And now they are sending Artesia mid with the Magnus. And he's already taking quite some pressure. So, first skill, Arcane Missile. I don't think there's anything to talk about. That's pretty obvious. Just Arcane Missile is his nuke, it deals a lot of damage, and it's very effective at any point of the game. So there's, yeah, nothing noteworthy about it. Now, here we go with the initiation starting, and I want to pause right here simply because we can see his first skill point he used on something other than Arcane Missile was used onto the Arcane Bolts. Now, why is that? Simply because Arcane Bolts are great, they are amazing, they deal ridiculous amounts of damage, and we're gonna see later on why. But also I wanted to mention something. This is just more of a general thing instead of like Artesia related. He's going up against an Armadon, and his first item was a mana battery, his very first item, and this is how you are supposed to do this. This is your first item if you go up against an Armadon. Okay, that's just like a general rule. Okay, so let's get this action started. Let's actually slow it down so we can see it in real time. Here we go, he hits the missile and dodges the stun very nicely, and they are gonna get the kill right here. Bloodlust kill. They are chasing down the Magnus, but he won't manage to get a kill onto him, because as you can see, Artesia using her slow down Armadon, and no, he's also going to get out of there just fine. This is something great about this spell. It actually slows. You have to keep that in mind at all times, but I think it's pretty obvious, to be honest. Still, it's a great part in water skill, and he just used it very efficiently. So let's fast forward through this. The early phases are kind of boring, but you can already see how much pressure they are putting up, and this is pretty common. With Artesia, you're gonna see him play very aggressively, and here we go, nice snipe. The arcane missile is a homing spell, so you don't actually have to aim it, you just have to send it into the general direction. And the homing is not very big. It's not... Yeah, it's not a huge AoE where it's gonna home in, and it's actually homing very slow, but it does home after all. Now, before we start with the second fight, you can already see his skill build. Now, the sound is kind of annoying because I paused at a very unfortunate moment, so let's go over here and watch the Dragon Master. No. But his second skill, or his level 4 skill, is Dance of Death. Why is that? Why did he get just one level into Arcane Balls and then one level into Dance of Death? Now, there's a reason to that. And the reason simply is, first of all, you're not actually quite capable of using Dance of Death at level 2, which is why he got it at level 4. Second of all, Dance of Death has an thing to it that does not depend on how high its skill level is. Each second channel will also add a charge to Arcane Missile, reducing its cooldown by 75% as long as charges remain. Which means you can get up to 4 charges, which these reduce the cooldown of your Arcane Missile significantly. And you're going to see that. So you're going to see this in this fight. And so let's slow it down. And here we go. Dance, dance, dance. He's spawning some of those arcane boards, and here we go. Dodging and spamming the missile.
Piece of cake.
And yeah, still you could see him spam 2 of those missiles in a very, very rapid fashion, which allowed him to get a kill onto the Nymphora. And they just might be able to get armored on as well. It's gonna get really close. I think he should. Here we go. And that's a skill build. Now, to mention it, yeah, to keep on going with the skill build, he usually only gets 1 point into Dance of Death, and then skills it later on. He does not finish the skill, he only gets 1 point for the early game to get the cooldown reduction. But other than that, that's it. Just 1 point into it is far more than enough, you don't need more. Okay? But here we go, he's gonna walk back to base. So we can fast forward through that. And by the way, power supply, first item. So let's slow it down here. And here we go with another fight. And now, as you can see, they are playing very, very aggressively. And the damage they are putting out is amazing. Just look at this. How he's completely destroying the Nymphora. Well, I think Armadon is going to drop. Yeah, he is. But just look at this. It's crazy. This is completely out of the world. The damage Artesia is putting out is completely and utterly ridiculous. Now he just got his ultimate, and we have to pay attention to what he does with his ultimate. It's a very, very powerful spell and very significant indeed. And here we go. He's gonna use it at the top lane. Spawns his ultimate right here, and he's gonna try to get the kill onto the Black Rider. It's gonna get really close to, though I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything with it. Yeah, and now Electrician is oh, this is getting dangerous. He actually manages to get a kill, and oh, you don't mess with Electrician. But yeah, this just got them 2 kills, which is very close though, very close though. Electrician, very powerful hero indeed. But here we go, another initiation onto the Nymphora. And you can just see him play very, very aggressively, completely destroying everybody. Oh no, he's not gonna get a kill though this time. He missed his missile. And now let's just quickly go back and take a look at this. Here you can see him fire it now. This is not very far away from this. And as you can see, it's homing, but it's not enough. So the homing is a very, very small radius. You still need to aim it. You still need to aim it. To be honest, it's, in my personal opinion, you should not be thinking of this ability as an auto-aim skill. Instead, you should be thinking of it as a skill that helps you aim. A skill that makes it easier for you to aim, but doesn't aim for you, which is a general thought and many players have. Oh, poor Magnus is gonna drop. So, yeah. The homing radius is very small. And he's actually gonna get away! Oh, that's amazing. Great. Magnus gonna get away from this. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, Artesia just gonna keep on destroying everything. I think that's his only death for this game, and I just wanted to show you the potential of this hero. Again, here you can see him use the Dance of Death, and that's the ultimate. It's so ridiculously powerful. That's an Armadon, and he even got 2 points into Armadillo, so his burst damage was reduced, or any of his damage was reduced by additional 20%. And you could see him drop like a fly. It's so ridiculous. It really is. But he's gonna teleport back now, and here we go. He finished his Amulet of the Exile. Now, as I mentioned, this could be 2 items. It could either be the Grave Locket or the Ring of Sorcery, and I'm gonna spoil it right now. He always, in every single game goes for the Ring of Sorcery first. By the way, here can see him spam it again, and that's just the power of the Dance of Death. This is really a kind of underestimated ability. Whenever I see Artesia players, I usually don't see them get Dance of Death very early on. They just kind of skip it, which, as you can see, is a really bad choice. But this is funny. He's teleporting back just so he has enough mana to actually use his ultimate. You can see him Dance of Death right here, and here we go with the Artesia ultimate. Gets the kill onto the Pharaoh, and funnily enough, fighting is gonna keep on going. And he hits another missile. Yeah, this Armadon, no, he is in a little bit of trouble. Getting his mana burned. He is dropping really low. So is Mageman. Mageman is gonna get away though. And here we go, Dance of Death. Right before he starts going in, he doesn't wait with his Dance of Death. He starts off with it. It's his first ability. It's what he uses to get into the fight, to get involved into the fight. But yeah, he got himself Striders. This is very unusual, and I think that's just for this game, because they were destroying them like that. He usually gets the Steamboats. And here we go with the ultimate yet again. Yeah, that ultimate is ridiculous. Here we go. Just completely destroying everybody. But this game is getting it, and he's at 15-1 at this point. And yeah, so let's just end this right here and go into our next game. So, what are you supposed to keep in mind after watching this game? First of all, the skill build. You need to know that 1 point in Dance of Death is actually very significant and very good. Now I'm gonna kind of have to multitask this, but 1 point into Dance of Death is something you should definitely go for. Now there's also you should be going for the Ring of Sorcery very early on, because you don't actually have the mana you need to be very effective in those fights. So that's the replay I was looking for. But you need mana. The thing about Artesia is that even though her spells on her own, like just 1 Arcane Missile, 1 Dance of Death, doesn't actually cost a lot of mana. But they do if you keep on spamming it like he did, like the Dance of Death with spamming 4 Arcane Missiles in a rapid succession. And overall, the Arcane Missile has a very low cooldown, and with very low cooldown, I'm talking about a very low cooldown. So here we go. Let's just quickly skip through this picking. Artesia last one. Here we go. Now this is actually a tournament match. This is between SGTY. Oh no, it's actually Deserter. I think it's Deserter. DC? I don't know. Whatever, I'm just gonna call them SGTY because they got swindled. But it's between SGTY and Team Itzgoes. As you can see, this is actually well, not just some fun match. This is not for fun, this is serious business. Yes, and I want the blue water. Am I the only one that wants the blue water? I like the blue water. Anyways, that's amazing, right? Oh, it's so good. So good. great. But in this game he's gonna go mid. And as you can see, he kind of got similar items. Pretty much the same, except that he got a minor totem this time instead of the mana potion. It's simply because in the mid lane you usually go for a very early bottle. And with a bottle you don't actually need of mana potions. Especially early on. Yeah, it's not actually a big deal. You don't need mana potions. And minor totem gives him a little bit of survivability. Now he's gonna go up against a Polywog Priest, and I don't know if all of you know, but Polywog Priest is actually quite amazing in the mid lane. He's a very, very powerful hero. And very scary at that. So, yeah. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. Now, let's just quickly go through this. Now, he again got the Arcane Missile at level 1, which is to be expected. By the way, this is something significant. You're going to see this a lot, but he keeps on spamming his Arcane Missile to harass this Polywog, and then get in additional auto hits. The thing is, the strategy you need to use is basically once he starts running away, you hit him with the Arcane Missile, slow him down, and then start hitting you more. But yeah, he is just putting out so much damage. It's not now, but he now got the 1 point in the arcane boards, and you have to think about it like this: arcane boards are an additional 50 damage. Okay. Now with arcane missile, that's 100 damage. So that's 150 magic damage at level 2 with one spell that costs 90 mana. Is on a 5-second cooldown. It's very, very powerful, and it allows you to harass very easily. If you compare that to Polywog level 3, level 2 electric charge, Polywog is level 3, 150 damage for 120 mana at 10-second cooldown. So there's a big difference in that. Well, of course, the one difference is that you actually need to aim the Arcane Missile. But that's not that big of a deal, as I already mentioned. It's quite easy to land with those, though you need to aim a little bit. But I think we are gonna see him. Yeah, here we go. He's going in, and he wants to harass him more. And this is, by the way, a great situation. Most players, once they get illusions, they kind of, clump them up and run around like this. With an Arcane Missile, it's pretty easy to kill that, because it does have a very, very small AoE. But, skill build, you can already see 1 point into Dance of Death at level 4, just so you can spam it very early on. Using the Arcane Missile to harass. This Polywog is actually doing pretty fine against him in the mid lane. Well, he's a pro player after all, so it's to be expected. But here we go, early bottle, early amulet of the Exa. And he now reached level 5. So the early game is a little bit dull, it's a little bit boring. But that's kind of to be expected. It's just farming after all. Artesia is a hero that, even though she does not need a lot of farm, she is farm dependent, if that makes any sense. That's like saying, yeah, she kind of has a similar role, not role, but is in a similar need of items as Armadon. Armadon doesn't need a lot of items, but if he doesn't have any, he is useless. So he doesn't need huge amounts of money, but he needs money. Same applies for Artesia. If she doesn't have anything, yeah, worthless. But if she does have just a little bit, she's gonna roll over your team and just put out huge amounts of damage. By the way, Dance of Death, and here we go with the ultimate. Used at the top lane to snipe down nobody. I think he sniped down the Meraxes. By the way, something noteworthy, the ultimate gives 100 gold, so it's definitely worth killing. But here we go, he's gonna go back to the mid lane with his new Ring of Sorcery, and this is gonna allow him to spam and spam and spam, and you can really see it's just completely parries the shit out of this polywog. Oh, I see. He's playing very defensively. But polywog is kind of scary. He really is. He should be playing a little bit more aggressive, in my opinion. But this also shows something nice about the hero. Oh, by the way, this is amazing. So he uses his Dance of Death to heal up, then places down his ultimate to heal even more, uses his bottle barely survive, but in the end gets sniped down by this polywog. Just this hero can actually kind of keep himself alive. The ultimate heals, the Dance of Death heals, just a little bit, it's not a lot, but it does. And yeah, you could see the effectiveness of that right there. No, he still doesn't have boots or anything. Which is kind of sad. But this is going to be fun. Just keep on watching. This is gonna be fun later on. Gets caught by the guy. Oh, poor guy. Yeah. Shit happens. They're going to push in the mid tower now. We're just waiting for this to respawn. Dance of Death. Are we going to see an ultimate? Nope. 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 Sadly enough, not. Oh, here we go. Ultimate at the bottom lane. Yeah, it's very, very effective. Though, as you can see, the thing about the ultimate is it puts out a lot of damage. It puts out an incredible amount of damage. It's very, very powerful. But the one downside to it is it dies very easily in like 3 hits. Yeah. How much did level 4? Yeah, 3, 4, 5 hits. And this is actually quite easy to accomplish if just like Keeper could spawn his minions and tell them to go ahead and quickly take out the ultimate. And he's gonna get ganked yet again. Yeah, nothing you can do about it, it's just like Nymphora. But the ultimate is very powerful, but it's very easy to counter. You simply need to take it out, and you have to keep that in mind. But if you're going up against an Artesia, you really need to keep that in mind. If you need to kill the ultimate, otherwise this is going to happen, and it's just gonna completely destroy you. As you can see, it's just that ultimate turns around everything, and it's global. It's so good, so very good. And he's also doing something very nice. He pretty much is in the base every time he uses his ultimate, which just gives him just a little bit of mana he needs to work with. But with the Ring of Sorcery you really don't have to worry about it. That's just my coincidence. But here we go. Even more stuff happening. Using the Arcane Missile to not only deal damage and slow them down, but also to scout, because it gives a little bit of vision. Here we go with the ultimate! Yet again. Just completely destroying everything. Now I think I need to quickly explain how the ultimate works to everybody. Basically, if I click over here, yeah, and my here, let's just wait. That's okay. Artesia is over here, the ultimate is here. If I click over here, both of the missiles are going to go into that direction. Both of them are going to try to hit that point. If I click over here, both of the missiles are going to try to hit that point. I originally thought it works something like this. If I click over here, the arcane missile is going to shoot like this. That's not the case. It just works wherever you click, that's where the arcane missile is going to try to get.
5 kills, just like no chance.
Yeah, but yeah, just a lot of new catch. Destroying everything, raping faces, eating babies. That's what we do. That's what we do. So let's fast forward this a little bit more. Finished the steam boots, got power supply being one of the best items in the game. You definitely need one of those. Oh, by the way, ultimate, yet again. Used at the top lane to help out, and here we go. He's getting stunned at the moment, and I think he's just gonna drop. Or is he? Yeah, sadly enough. So, The Nation side just managed to, yeah, win a fight. But not to spoil anything, but I think that was his last death for the entire game, so this is gonna get fun. Really, really soon. Tower goes down. Yeah, just farming at the bottom lane. As I already mentioned, this hero needs some items. And the big thing about the items he needs is, first of all, he needs mana, which he got in form of the Ring of Sorcery, which it doesn't give him a lot of mana regeneration or anything of that sort, but it just gives him raw mana, which is, he needs that. He really needs some mana to work with. But he also needs some survivability. He needs to be able to stay in those fights. Even though, like, you... of course you want the hero to just stay in the back and kind of spam the arcane missile. The downside to that is that arcane boss, yeah, they only have 700 range. 700 is a lot, but you need to be in the fight to actually hit something with that. You really do. Oh, by the way, here we go. Big team fight happening. Did he drop the ultimate somewhere? Yeah, here we go with the ultimate. And instant hat-trick out of fucking mobile. So I just want to watch that again. I'm interested in what happened right there. So, as you can see, now, this fight is actually how you're supposed to play this. He comes in kind of late, so the push is already happening, tower's taking damage. He comes in, he is late, he's very late to the fight. And picks up a mighty bait. And now, this is interesting. He just take a note of his position. That's where he is positioning himself right now. Morax is just blinked in over here, and these are trapped over here. He's always moving away from the fight. To keep very, very close attention. If you pay a lot of attention, you can see that he's always moving away from the fight. He wants to stay outside of the damage range, but inside of the leaping range, if that makes any sense whatsoever. He wants to hurt them, but doesn't want to get hurt himself. Basically. This hero is not tanky, he is a glass cannon. He's at 3 armor at this point. He gets 1 agility per level. 1. 1.8 strength. This hero doesn't have anything. And you really, really... either you play very careful, or you get some survivability. And I guess the Mighty Blade indicates survivability. He's going to go for the Shrunken Head, which is a great choice. It's very, very good. Especially against a hero like Vindicator, you really need to be able to spam your abilities. If you can't do that, you might as well, yeah, be useless. Not be in a fight at all, because well, that's what this hero comes down to, spamming. Here we go with another team fight happening. Again, just take a look at this. This is more of... I'm kind of blaming the Legion team for this, but they aren't going for the Artesia. Instead, they are jumping on everyone else. And yeah, you're gonna see what's gonna happen. So here we go, Artesia. Just look at this damage. He completely destroyed them. And you can't run away from this either, simply because the arcane missiles, as I mentioned, are homing. So you just need to kind of know the direction. If you can guess where they are going, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna probably hit them. And additionally, they also provide vision and slow. So it's very difficult to actually run away from this hero. But yeah, as I already mentioned, they aren't focusing him, and he's doing a very good job at kind of staying out of these fights, just being where no one else is, which is, yeah, what he was kind of supposed to do. But here we go, I think he's gonna finish the Shrunken Head. Yep, here we go. Great item. And oh, I always pause accidentally. Yeah, it's unintentionally. Looks like we're gonna see another fight happening. So now that he has the Shrunken Head, kind of expect him to maybe play a little bit more aggressive, to maybe get a little bit more in those fights. To hit everybody with his arcane boards, but it just mightn't. Still, it's just I don't expect him to play like Rambo style. I expect him to not worry about himself as much, to kind of say, okay, I'm still gonna try to stay out of the fight, but if I kind of get caught up in it, I'm not gonna just, yeah, I'm gonna kind of run away. But no, I just want to finish what I was going to say. I'm not gonna worry about running away as much. But before we start off this fight, yet again, as you can see, these guys are killing Congo. He is over here, hiding in the trees, waiting for the enemy to initiate. And here we go. Meraxus is gonna jump in on them. He's still in the back, already channeling it. He already expected those to come in. Here we go. Shrunken Head used, and Arcane Missile is spamming, destroying Keeper of the Forest like it's nothing. Meraxus is swapping as well. No chance whatsoever. Vindicator? Oh, he's not chasing Vindicator. He's chasing the others. Oh, he gets tongue-tied. But yeah, that's not gonna make any difference whatsoever. Lumphora gets destroyed as well. Polywog trying to... yeah, I think he's gonna be fine. He's gonna TP out of there. But yeah, concede both coming out. I don't think they are going to concede. That would be kind of lame, to be honest. Yeah, but that's Artesia. That's the damage she can do. Quite honestly, you should play more Artesia. That's the point of this video, after all. Like, you should play more Artesia. The hero is great. So much fun. By the way, if any of you have replays for the new hero, I don't even know the name. What is she called? Ah, Arrow. Okay. So, here we go. Elonia or something. Yeah, if any of you got like a replay for this hero, I would greatly appreciate the match idea, so we can at least give you some content on the hero, because I don't have coins. And no coins, no hero. Okay, first impression. And I'm too poor to buy coins. Yeah. So, that's it. That's what it comes down to. Anyways, I'm interested in what he's gonna go in for next. I don't know, quite honestly. I really don't. By the way, his arcane missiles are also great farming too. Yeah, they're small AoE, just creeps are kind of bunched up a lot. So that usually works out just fine. But yeah, let's just fast forward through this. I think we are gonna see another fight happening really soon. Well, another fight happen. I'm so sorry, my English is incredibly bad. Anyways, here we go. He's still just staying out of the fight. They actually caught Meraxus, so yeah, that's kind of it, to be honest. Because oh, by the way, this is nice. They are killing the ultimate because they realized how dangerous it actually is. But yeah, Dance of Death giving him more arcane missiles to work with. Keeper of the Forest just gets utterly destroyed. We are getting trolled by the Catman champion. Oh, that's funny. I don't know if they can actually make anything happen. Meraxus got the PK, so he should be fine. Polywog on the other hand, yeah, I don't think he has. Oh, Lumphora's actually teleporting in. And looks like Ophelia just might be dropping. Oh, but here we go. Artesia coming in. She doesn't have any mana though. As you can see here, that's the problem with the hero. Mana. You really don't. You can see he has ridiculous amounts of mana. It's just not enough. It's not enough. The amount of spamming this hero actually needs to do to be significant is ridiculous, and you can't support it. You don't have the mana to do so. He probably, yeah, I don't know what he's gonna go for next. Maybe I personally like Tablet of Command. Oh, yeah, that looks like a sheep stick. That's fine as well. Sheep stick is great on every hero. No, you don't want to go for items that kind of give you attacking power. You don't want to go for Hellflower or Frostwolf Skull or what do I know? Maybe Savage Maze. You don't want to go for items like these. You definitely rather want utility style of items, survivability style of items. Storm Spirit is a great example. Shrunken Head. What else? Tablet of Command. I personally love Tablet of Command. Every time I play Artesia, I usually rush the tablet. I think it's great. But yes, what else? What else is out there? Just a Sheepseed. Sheepseed is very expensive though. But here you can see she's glass cannon. They tried to jump on her, and yeah, but they really did a lot of damage. Now, yeah, what else is out there? So you don't want to go for a Codex. That's stupid. But maybe even a Nullstorm Puzzle Box I think could work out just fine. Personally, I like No System as well. I feel like that would be a great choice. But yeah, I also like the Grave Locket, but I think that's still banned in tournament more. Looks like we're gonna see another fight happening. No, for a second, I was just the one putting out the damage. By the way, damage, yeah, just take a look at this. Just Artesia's very powerful. Incredibly powerful. Oh, by the way, here we go. You can already see he's always a little bit away from his team. And he needs a little bit of preparation time to get started, but as soon as he does get started, yeah, GG. Just take a look at his damage, it's out of this world.
Too easy.
And here we go. They managed to get those kills as well and win that team fight, and that's it! So, let me just quickly go and switch. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't like the most informative, it was more of a hey, you should definitely play Artesia style video. But you should definitely play Artesia, she's fun. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and see you next time. Bam.